Thank you to all the amazing listeners out there. On behalf of the Reef Podcast, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for future mentions and new episodes. Have a great day.
Woo-hoo-y! 5 freaking years, dude.
5 years, bro.
I can't believe this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special edition of the Reef Podcast Night Edition, where me, co-host here, Nightmare, and Q&A Emperor are here. Welcome in, everybody that's actually tuning in. Thank you so much for everything that you guys have done, all the support that you've done for all these 5 freaking years. You guys are incredible. I cannot be more thankful for all you guys. And the crazy thing is that these two staff members that I have here used to be listeners. Okay? So it doesn't take that long, but hey, I see Frankie here is in the house. We got Emperor here keeping on in the chat. We got Raging Joey in the building as well. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I know some people weren't here for the live version, but we got you guys. We got you because we actually have it on YouTube, Amazon Music, Spotify, iHeart Radio, all the above right there. I mean, like, you can even name a random platform, Nightmare, and better believe, like, we have it somewhere out there.
Oh, 100%, man. 100%.
Man.
Don't mind me. It's the only beer I'm having at all today. And it's just because of 5th-year anniversary, man. We got to do it right.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that weren't actually able to actually be here, but I want you guys to know, like everyone that's listening here, is that today, the Reef Podcast on the Reef Productions title, we are giving away some merch. I'm gonna let my buddy here and good friend Nightmare take it away. He's gonna let you guys know about the merch, and I'll let him have the mic. So go ahead, my dude. It's your spotlight.
So we're going to start real quick. We officially have a merch store for Reef Productions. Currently, all that is up is Reef Podcast stuff, but there will be Reef Productions merch. We do have some different stickers, regular holographic. We do have a limited edition mug. You guys can see our logo with the ocean waves. We also have t-shirts, water bottles, magnets, a couple different desk mats, if I could speak English, windbreakers, t-shirts.
Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, those mats go down, like, not the ocean one. The ocean ones look awesome, but those space ones right there, those look beautiful. Like, look at this. Look at that. Who doesn't want to actually go to space with the Reef Podcast? I mean, come on. And for $16, guys, like, that's actually insane. But I mean, basically, like, we're actually giving away some lucky merch. I mean, we'll see, like, how well you guys know the podcast. It's 100%. It's insane, guys. And we love having you guys here because, I mean, the podcast, basically, if you guys want to know, it was actually founded by me and my good friend ThomasGovens. We basically came up with the idea of literally saying, like, hey, there's barely any people that literally, like, interview other streamers or people in general. We should start something like that. And the idea came out of nowhere, and we were laughing at it because, like, dude, we never done this before. It's new to us. And the funny fact is that back when we started, guys, 5 years ago, I'm talking barely anybody actually did interview podcasts, like to actually interview content creators and stuff like that. And the reason why is because a lot of people thought it was like, some sort of self-promote, like, to promote that person or everything. And you know how some people can get jealous because you actually getting promoted and everything. Not in the Reef Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. If you actually are a streamer, voice actor, musician, anything, even if you don't actually do any of the media stuff, you still can get an interview with us because we would like to get to know you, and we would like to, like, see what kind of work you do and what actually made you want to go into that career if you decide to go career. So basically, like, what I'm trying to say, ladies and gents, is that we interview anybody. I mean, I interview like so many people that didn't even weren't even affiliate on streaming on Twitch, and they're like, oh, but I don't know many people. I was like, dude, this podcast is about you. It's not about us. It's about you.
100%, 100%. And speaking of this being the 5th year, for the next, I'd say probably 2 weeks, Louis, if you guys go in, purchase merch, use the code REEF5, REEF, and the number 5, all one word. It will give you $5 off, $15 or more. That will give you guys the ability to have some merch sent to you, as long as it's multiple items sent to you for $5 less than what you guys would have originally paid for it. Typically helps with shipping. The merch link, if it will send here.
I got you right here. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, thank you. Mine, for some reason, was not pasting. I don't know what it is, man. My computer's being weird today. But the merch link, as you guys see, is reproductionshop4thwall.com. This, guys, you have the ability to also go into the merch store while we're recording episodes, and you can gift merch during our episodes for viewers to enter to win that merch.
You heard it here. He's the one that's working on the merch.
It actually shows it right here, gift to Twitch chat.
Which is insane. I mean, I never thought, Stream Elements would do this fourth wall, shopping store. I mean, you would think, it would actually do, just regular store and be like, oh, well, I want to order for myself. But now they made it so you can actually gift it to viewers. That's insanity.
And then if you guys also do not want to purchase anything but still want to support the Reef Podcast, if you scroll down far enough, there is a thing that says, thank you for your support. You can leave a custom amount, 5, 10, or 20. Put a name, put a message. And if you guys send donations that way, we can also read off those donations and the messages to you guys as shout outs, how we were doing the YouTube as well.
So basically, not only do you get shout outs, ladies and gentlemen, from putting comments on the YouTube page, but also if you actually leave comments when you get a merch or you give to somebody, we'll be reading those out loud too, because I always say this every time, but for the new people, you guys are the ones that make this podcast be going consistently for this many years. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be here. You guys are the ones that basically say, hey, keep pushing those podcasts. So it's because of you guys. And basically, the reason why we're here with the 5th year anniversary is because we also want to announce that any merch you decide to buy from the store itself, which is actually live right now, just so you know, for everybody here, whatever merch you get, if you see me, Emperor, NickyD, or NightmareRyzing anywhere around the world, and you bring that merch, you best believe we're gonna sign it for you.
100%.
And believe it.
And just so you guys know, pretty much me and Nightmare here are gonna be going to TwitchCon this year in San Diego, because it's the 10th year TwitchCon anniversary. And basically we thought hey, it's perfect. 5th year anniversary of the podcast, 10th year anniversary of TwitchCon. Me and my co-host here will be bringing the holographic stickers for you guys, so you guys can see the stickers that we have. You want to show them a close-up of the stickers?
I can. I was actually opening this. Flame Wheel had asked if the mugs have a scale, so I had actually opened it while you were chatting.
Yeah.
But we have 2 separate stickers here. We have the regular, you guys can see the cutout goes right around. You can stick it on really just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have a holographic die cut version. Or test cut, my apologies.
And do you want to let Flame Wheel know about the scales for the mugs, so that way he sees that?
Yes, we have, and I was pulling that up. We have an 11, a 15, and a 20-ounce mug. We actually were just laughing about this because our 20-ounce mug is only $13, where if you purchase it on Amazon, some of them get up to $25, $30.
So basically, we have way cheaper prices than Amazon. How crazy is that? It's insane. But I mean, and also, guys, you want to let them know how these are limited edition as well?
I'll let you do that one, Louis.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, these limited edition coffee mugs are only gonna be in the shop for the rest of the month for this month, and it's also gonna be February and March. Once March finishes, there's gonna be another version of the limited edition coffee mugs. It's not gonna be the water. It's gonna be what the computer mat that we had, the other one. You want to show them the space one?
Yes.
All right, so this is the ones, ladies and gentlemen, that are going to be on April, May, and June. This is the preview, so that way you guys, everyone that's actually watching here, you guys will be getting these on the 4th month of the year. 4th, 5th, and 6th month. Then 7th, 8th, and 9th month is going to be a complete different one, and then, of course, one for Christmas for 10, 11, and 12. Yeah, so... basically, guys, these are actually limited items. Like I said, it's only going to be for a few items in the shop. After that, we're going to go back to our regular black mats and then the white mats, like just default. But you want to get this limited editions because, like I said, after the 3 months, it'll go out. But we're not going to basically just completely put it out. It's going to be kind of like what Fortnite does with their item shops. So basically, like, what you're going to see, like, oh, well, I missed it. Well, don't worry. It'll come back in the cycle again. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's a limited time that you would actually get these. And I'll let you talk about this right here, Nightmare. So go ahead.
So this is something new they just recently added in. I haven't even seen this on my merch store. But this is something specific that we're doing right now for Reef Podcast, at least for the first 3 months before we touch anything else for either my merch store. I'm sure Louis is going to wait to add it to his. These are actual flags, 34.5 by 56-inch polyester flags that you guys can put out in your front yard. You guys can put on walls. It does have the actual flag post. I don't know if you guys can see it fairly easily here, the little holes. The eyelets for you guys to put on a flagpole if you guys want to fly it the same as the American flag. You guys can represent the Reef Podcast that way. And again, similar to how the mugs are, we will have this up until March. April, May, and June, we will have the space background. And then after that, the black or white backgrounds for the remainder of the year.
But there's basically there's always going to be some sort of limited edition item that would actually go. And basically, once actually, we have the limited edition items, they'll be posted on our social media platform of Twitter, which is X now. It'll be under Reef Productions. @Reef Productions is the official Twitter of the Reef Productions company. And basically, that's where we post, anything coming up. We'll be posting more often now. I mean, I've been a little on the downside when it comes to, posting things. But, I mean, we'll be posting, who we're going to interview. So don't be afraid to give us a follow on Twitter. Like I said, is @Reef Productions. Not only are we going to do podcasts, interviews, but we're also going to be doing, like small little shows. We're going to be doing, a little, something that I can't talk about. It's like a little secret project that me and the co-owner of Reef Productions are working on. And basically, there's going to be a lot of projects. I mean, not just, it's not just the Reef Podcast. There's so many projects that we're working on. All right.
And also something we can add into this website. Once I figure out the full integration, we are going to be able to add posts and stuff specifically for people onto this website that can subscribe for a monthly behind the scenes get like a sneak peek of stuff that's coming out later on as well.
There you go. And as you can see, there's so many colors for the t-shirts as well. We have like, black. We have orange from what it looks like. It looks like yellow too.
Gold.
Okay, so it's a gold one.
We got black, gold, Irish green, light blue, orange, purple, red, a royal blue, and a white. And they're all the exact same as the ones you guys see us wear on stream, on the podcast.
And sooner or later, we're going to add, like, not just, like, regular t-shirts, but, of course, we're going to add unisex t-shirts, so that way you can wear it if you're a female or a male. And
these are actually the unisex shirts already up.
so basically, like, you'll be able to get that. And then, of course, eventually, like, we'll have, like, also, like, maybe, I think there's an option to actually have formal shirts as well, like golf shirts and stuff. So keep an eye on the store. I mean, there's always new stuff coming. Every time we actually will have something new, I'll let my co-host here remind me, so that way he can snap a picture of what the brand new item is, and basically, like, we'll post it on the Reef Productions Twitter. And keep an eye as well, because really soon Reef Productions is gonna start having an Instagram and a TikTok as well, so that way, like, you guys can basically have us almost in everywhere social media wise. So that way, like, oh well, I don't have Twitter, but I have Instagram. Okay, well, we are on Instagram as well, so you guys will be able to follow us in every single platform. All right, so when it comes to, like, the Reef Productions and the Reef you can go back to the normal screen, Nightmare, because we already show it. All right, let's go here. All right, so basically, ladies and gentlemen, the Reef Podcast basically was founded 5 years ago today. Basically, it was founded by me and my good friend ThomasGovens. You guys don't know ThomasGovens, but he's here. This is the surprise I had for my co-host and the Q&A.
Hello,
man.
Oh my lord.
Oh, hi. Hey, hello, hi.
Surprise to my co-host right here. Man, look at this beautiful guy right here, my guys. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. This guy right here, guys. Like, original.
That's right. Let your hair down.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's laggy. I don't know why I'm so laggy. I'm sorry about that.
But
I did something with like share screen instead of camera.
We're not usually like that. Share my screen?
Yeah, it's shared screen instead of camera.
yeah, you have to actually put your camera instead of the share screen. Oh, Flame Wheel is asking, how's the feel on the shirts?
They're the exact same as what we're used to now. I wear mine a lot. They're very comfortable.
Absolutely. So while Thomas, that was the surprise I had for you two guys. I could not say it. I had to actually.
Yeah, you have to keep a few from me, Lou. You have to keep a few.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, this is the original co-host of the Reef Podcast. He's the co-founder of the Reef Podcast, I should say. Because
oh well, I mean, guys, it was all you, dude. I was just a friendly voice to be supportive of what you had going on. My schedule just did not line it up, and I'm so sorry, but so grateful and thankful to have the opportunity to help get the momentum started.
I always say, dude, everybody that's actually been part of this staff is always gonna be part of this staff, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, we all family here, my dude. So
that's why you're one of the goats.
So we were talking about the beginning, how we came up with this idea, and how basically we didn't have webcams in the beginning, and we only basically used a still image with your fluff display, your little fluff little image, and my shark. And
oh God, yeah. And shout out to, I don't remember the person's name who made it for us, but like they did such a great job on all the little art. I'm so like the fact that when you pulled it up, just like the nostalgia from like, God dang, come so far.
that was actually Cryptix FX. That was actually
That's right.
Yeah, so he actually doesn't do art anymore, but I see him every now and then, like, online and everything. He's still around, but shout out to him because, I mean, he's the one that basically created the original logo of the Reef Podcast and my actual channel. So shout out to him because he's the one that basically had all this going on. And let's see. You fixed it? There we go. So he has it there. All right. Oh my gosh, look at that hair.
Redo.
But yeah, we got him here, guys. I mean, it's just crazy, man. I mean, the fact that we've been doing this for 5 years, it's insane, Thomas. I mean, I never thought, honestly, like, we would actually be here, bro. I mean, remember, like, how we were doubting ourselves, like, man, should we keep going with this? I mean, and we just kept pushing through.
Well, it really helped that, there's just so many like great people who would come by and engage and just, all the nice questions. And you had so many amazing people that like would just come and like do the interviews with us and just like all the wonderful interactions and like the collaborations that came from all of it and everything. Like you did a really good job of collecting a good like squad of people that all had, very similar common like goals and like mentals to move forward, which is something not everybody is lucky to have. Especially I've been dealing with a lot of just retail and being in the management position. Trying to get people to like have a common goal and want to keep working forward. It's not as easy as you make it look sometimes. So
let me ask you this: for your webcam, instead of using Streamlabs, you can't use turn the webcam feature on Discord here?
I tried that and it didn't work. That's what was causing all the lag.
Because I mean, I hear like robotic over here for you. Like I hear all slow like that. Like it's all like hello like that. Close Streamlabs and then you should be able to have that. YOLO, what up, Sneaky? Welcome in. How are you? There you go. See?
There we go.
See, you got it working.
Sorry.
There you go. Look at that. Oh, and by the way, we got Flame Wheel here telling you, look at that jungle lion.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal, dude. Once the beard gets as nice as our fucking dude, your beard. I wish if I NightmareRyzing's beard, dude. Well, I could.
I will say this. I can officially say I'm the second greatest beard that has ever been on this podcast. Cynical still has me beat.
Oh my goodness. So I figured I'd let you know a little insider, Thomas here. We actually recently interviewed All For One voice actor here.
How many lines did you get him to say?
He literally was a good bit talking like All For One. And get this, we actually are text buddies now. We actually can text.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we've been getting a couple of good people. We're actually about to get Jason Douglas from Breaking Bad and Lord Beers from Dragon Ball. So we're excited.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. So we've been getting a lot of big names now. It's insane.
When's the first voice acting gig gonna come? When are we gonna get to start hyping our boy up here, dude?
Oh my lord. I mean, that's actually to be announced because, I mean, I am working on something that I can't say it here yet, but I'll be announcing it soon.
Dude.
It's all confidential. But anyways, yeah, so Thomas, like I said, guys, he's still around, which is awesome. Like, we still text each other, we still message each other, which is awesome. I mean, I would love to actually meet him one day in person and be like, hey, buddy, look, I got you this. I'm going to get him a special edition shirt just because it's him. And I'm going to get him one of those flowery and super bright colors and everything because, dude, you've been, like I said, you were the original. You were the co-founder. So I figured, like, I'll get you something so actually you can keep with you, man.
You're so kind. Yeah. Gosh darn it.
And if he can find it, I want to do this for this year only. If he can find it, I want all the logos for the Reef Podcast. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to actually put them on a poster.
That would be actually pretty
And it'll be a limited edition poster for the 5th anniversary.
That would actually be pretty cool. I like that. But, yeah, man, I mean, so if you wanna, I know, like, you know, I remember your motto, which I used for a while, even after you stepped out, like the whole "be patient, be happy." I still use it every now and then, dude.
Hey, dude, it gets me through life. It's been it's so simple. It's so, you hear it all the time, but not necessarily together, and it's a good reminder. I love it. I'm glad it's helped you a bit, if it has.
Oh, it definitely has, my friend. It definitely has. I mean, I still stay in touch with everybody that we interviewed. I was like, my gosh, all these people. And then just looking back at those episodes, I'm like, man, did I really sound this funny? Like, what the heck? Like, this is me? But
They do say having to learn your podcast voice, or your microphone voice, getting comfortable, just like kind of talking, even if you're in the room by yourself.
Now, here's an announcement. I'm glad that you're here because I love having everybody that actually used to be part of the show, and then, like, you know, people that are still here. My co-host Nightmare here knows about this, and I believe I told our Q&A Emperor here too. Just today, a few hours ago, the Reef Podcast officially hit 8,000 listeners on Spotify.
Woo! Hold on, wait, hold for the
8,000 freaking listeners, dude.
Right.
And that's just on Spotify, ladies and gents. It's not the other platforms either. Like, I could go here and tell you like how many we have in each one, but that's way too many platforms. Also,
We have a lot.
Yes.
This is actually the funny thing. I'm looking at you right here in the camera. You that actually are in Madagascar. If you're listening to this, please get a hold of me so I can send you a merch. I don't care how much the shipping costs, but I want to send you a piece of merch because you are the only one that's been listening from Madagascar. So shout out to you, whoever is watching me from there, because my goodness, you're in a freaking island listening to a podcast. How cool is that? Like, seriously, dude. Like, come on. I mean, it's almost like
no.
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt. From the text, the time zones, I must have got time zones mixed up. We said 9:30. I thought I had 30 minutes. My lady just got off work, and she's a 10-minute drive there and back. So I got to run and pick up my girl from work. I'm sure you guys are still going to be around, but I didn't know this was going to be happening. You surprised me with it too. So just give me if you'll have me back, I'll be back. I do have to run and grab to pick the lady up. I'll be right back.
Sounds good, buddy. All right. So, yeah, guys, I mean, imagine that. A person listening from freaking Madagascar. Next thing you know, we're going to have somebody from Antarctica. And they'll be like,
hey, look, man, we ain't talking about my trips down there, okay?
Flame Wheel here says, when you get comfortable speaking in front of a camera and speaking in front of a crowd, you've done things well. Honestly, I had so many people tell me I should start a podcast because I'm so comfortable speaking usually. But it's finding the niche I want to do. All right. So the way I did it, Flame Wheel, was like I said before. When we started this podcast, we didn't have no cameras, nothing, blank, zero. It was just audio, and it was just a still image of my shark and my co-host here, like my co-founder co-host, and we basically had like little mic icons next to our logos. And I kid you not, it was just so freaking nervous. I mean, even if I wasn't on camera, I was still nervous like hell, like super nervous. Because I mean, you never know, like, what's gonna happen. And whenever, I started, I was like, my goodness, is this really gonna succeed? And next thing you know, people started watching it, started talking about it, and now when I walk the streets, sometimes I get people like, hey, you're the host for the Reef Podcast, right? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, cool, nice to meet you. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting out of hand a little bit. Yeah, that's when you know you're actually doing something in this world. But right. I'll let my co-host here and my Q&A buddy here ask me any questions from previous years that they never been part of, and I'll be able to answer. So I'll let you guys go ahead and ask me.
Well, before that, we got to do something because I don't think anybody's heard this story. Mm-hmm. Can you tell them the story of what happened bringing me into this?
Oh,
how that went. we got to put you on the spot here, Louis.
Oh, God. I mean...
Have fun.
I'll let you narrate because you're more about a narrative person. So I'll let you have the spotlight now because I mean you're the one that basically came in. So go ahead.
So I get a random, just completely random phone call from this man saying, "Hey, are you busy?" I think it was like a day or two later than the call. And he goes, "Are you busy? I need help." I'm like, "Okay, what's going on?" Hearing, "Hey, your friend needs help. Somebody you consider a brother needs help." Okay, what's going on? Let's make sure. He's like, "I need help with the podcast." I'm like, "Okay, cool. What do you need?" "I need a co-host." I get 2 days. This is when I'm doing in-depth research and stuff like that. I get 2 days to do in-depth research, and it's okay. This is who we're interviewing. Can you come in and interview them? I'm like, I know nothing about this style of podcast. I know my style of podcast, which is talking about video game news and niche little things that people didn't know about. I don't know interviews. He's like, "Oh, just do what you do for your stuff." So I do in-depth research. And I'm asking just random off-the-wall questions about just this. I don't fully remember like what all the questions were. I know if I go back and watch it, be like, "Oh yeah, this is what I looked up." But it's just random questions that nobody would have thought to ask. And then he's like, "Okay, thanks, man. Really need your help." 2 days prior to the next episode, I get another call. "Hey, man, do you mind being co-host again?"
Oh, God.
So we got to kind of put him on the spot for that as to how Nightmare became, a year and a half in.
I'm basically,
"Hey, man, can you do this?"
I'm basically the permanent co-host of the Reef Podcast, basically. It's insane. It's really insane, man. I mean, you never know who you run into, though, man. I mean, you always want to get those good people and the ones that are always down to earth, genuine with you, and always honest with you, and tell you "Hey, I'm willing to do it." I mean, dude, I was in a freaking panic because I was like, "My goodness, I can't just do this by myself. I had to find somebody." And I figured okay, let's call Nightmare, see what happens. I mean, if he said the worst thing he could say is, "No, I can't, I'm busy." Right. And then I'll be like, "Oh, well, shit, I have to actually cancel this now." But if it wasn't for him, I mean, I would actually not. It would be hard to find a co-host because I mean, I understand people have IRL things, which happens all the time. I mean, sometimes we have things going on. Like, I mean, I even told these two guys here that there's going to be sometimes weekends that I can't host the podcast. So during those weekends, Nightmare is going to become the host and Emperor here is going to become the co-host. And I told him it's just like an evaluation. You're not getting fired. You're not be like, "Oh, you're done. Leave." No, it's just to see how you guys do, because in case of an emergency, if I have to go to the hospital or if a family member dies or something like that, I'll be able to trust them and be like, "Okay, I know the podcast is in good hands. I know they can do it." And they're going to be testing that sometime this year. We're not going to tell you when, but when you see him, greet everybody with, "Hey, welcome to the Reef Podcast. I'm Kratos, a.k.a. NightmareRyzing."
Y'all get some weird off-the-wall, like, never-before-done podcast intro here.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And then all I'm going to do, like, in the background when I listen to this on my phone, I'll be like, "Oh, God, what did I do? What did I do?" But in all honesty, I could not have a better crew than these two people right here. I mean, these two guys are amazing. And then shout out to Nicky too, man. He's actually in China all the way here, all the way over there. And if you're listening to this podcast, Nicky, thank you so much for devoting yourself to be the editor of the podcast. And also to my previous editors too. I mean, Wiseman Shade, great editor as well. Everybody that worked on the Reef Podcast, you guys are incredible, okay? Everybody has been amazing all these years, and I'm forever thankful. I mean, I couldn't have done this without you guys. I mean, you guys are awesome. So, and to answer one question that I think is actually on the back of Nightmare's mind, no more pineapple on pizza, please. I actually tried it for the first
time. We doing pineapple on pizza. We doing pineapple on pizza.
All right, so we got a question from Flame Wheel. Emperor, you want to read it?
Yes. So, in fact, it's the 5th anniversary of the podcast. Here's where I want each host to do something. Can you both each list the top 10 best moments of what you did in the 5 years, if you can remember that far? If you wish to include clips of it, there's available. That would be cool to see.
Thank you for that question. So, Flame Wheel, right now we only have one clip. We can't. I mean, we can play it from Nightmare here.
We can't play it. We can't play it.
Oh,
Because of the situation with his channel, we can't play it.
really? Okay.
I found out.
Okay. So, anyways, what we're gonna do, like, starting like later this year, is we're gonna actually try to find funny moments and things that happen. But if you want top 10, I can tell you a couple, but it won't be any like all 10 because I mean it's hard to remember some things. So during my second year of the podcast, I was actually excited to interview this person. I was like, dude, this is a streamer. I know him for a while. I'm super excited. First of all, when I was actually greeting everybody, hey, welcome to the Reef Podcast. My name is LuisIpa, bringing you all exciting news. Like, you know, we actually interviewed this person, blah, blah, blah. I did not have my mic on for the first 20 minutes. And nobody told me fucking shit. Okay? Literally, like, even my guest was like, he's like laughing. I was like, what? What did I do? And he's like, your mic is not on. I was like, fuck. So, literally, I told everybody in the chat, hey, we're going to have to restart this live podcast. So, we'll be right back. And during that podcast, the guy literally made me laugh so hard that I almost fell off my chair. And I'm surprised nobody clipped that shit. But if they did, that would have been another funny top funny moments. I mean, the guy literally, when he saw me, almost fell off. Like, literally, I kid you not. Like, I was just like this. I literally almost fell like that. And he literally laughed so loud that he literally snorted on the freaking podcast. I was like, oh, God. This is just too funny. But that's a couple of moments. Sometimes what happens, guys, is that this happened on the 4th year anniversary of the podcast. Literally, me...
And a few episodes we had to re-record.
In the 4th year anniversary of the podcast, it was me, my co-host Nightmare, and my Q&A Emperor here. We were all excited. Yeah, it's the 4th year. We're dancing, getting ready, and everything. It turns out that I was actually going live from my actual personal channel, not the Reef Productions channel.
I'm sitting here like,
that.
Stop!
Yes! We're like waving our arms in the air, like, quit it!
We're trying to tell him, like, dude, you're on the wrong channel. And finally, like, I had to literally... We're in the middle of the entrance. He's sitting there just jamming along. I unmute the mic. I'm like, dude, wrong channel. I don't know what you're talking about. There's that one, and then the clip that we were talking about. If you guys go in and watch the clip, you guys can still watch it. It's also on TikTok. This man has the most random question. By the way, Louis, we were both wrong. I have to say this. We were both wrong.
Okay.
It is neither milk or cereal comes first.
Oh, God, I remember this.
There is a bowl. There is a bowl of cereal that they sell that all you add is water. And it turns... the water into milk. I have it sitting upstairs, but we were wrong. You don't add the milk or the cereal first. You just add water.
Lord.
We've been wrong all along.
And basically what happened, you want to tell them about like how your buddy Cynical just went behemoth?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Cynical proceeds. Louis asks the question of which do you put in first? Do you put the milk in first or the cereal in first? And Cynical, before he finished the question, Cynical just starts on this tirade And it's on his thing. He's got a copy of it. I've got a copy of it. I think Louis got a copy of it that I sent him. Mm-hmm. And it's on TikTok. And this man just goes on a whole tirade of just eat the cereal faster.
Like he literally tells me, like, you know, he literally tells me, chat, you are not one of those psychopaths that puts the milk first before the cereal.
I think I can play the audio. We just can't play his video. So let me see if I can find the audio for it.
That thing was just hilarious. It really was.
You eat cereal, right? Yeah. Okay. Do you pour the cereal first and then the milk, or the milk first and then the cereal?
You're not one of those fucking psychopaths that pours the milk in first, do you? You absolute sociopathic human being. There is no way on the face of God's planet that someone thinks they're going to get a bowl out and before putting the tasty sugary treat in to make sure I have the max amount of cereal in the bowl, that I'm going to put in the blandest tasting fluid on the face of the planet next to the life-giving source that is water. I'm going to make sure that there's just the right amount of milk in there so I can get cereal on top. What, are you preserving the crunchiness of the cereal? Eat it faster, fucker. Get a bigger spoon. Shovel quicker. What do you want from me?
And Thomas just joined when all this shit happened.
Because he asked, what do you do first? Put the cereal then the milk, or the milk then the cereal?
And I told him that I put the milk first.
Also, welcome back.
Right? To no context at all, just that.
Yeah, he comes back to just a rant being played on my phone.
I can't tell if that's troll bait or if that's genuine.
No, that's legitimate.
Why would you do that?
Clips... What? Putting the milk before the cereal?
Who hurt you?
I hurt you.
Who needs someone get this?
Someone just give this man a hug.
Say he needs some milk, but like he's gonna use it wrong. So
did he not ask these with you? Or I started getting snatched just waiting for the responses.
You do like a normal person where you have the milk in one bowl, the cereal in the other, and then you spoon the dry cereal in your mouth and then sip the milk from the other bowl, like a civilized human being.
By the way, Thomas, we're talking...
Well, that's about the response.
By the way, Thomas, we're talking about funny moments that have happened in the podcast. Do you remember anything funny that happened while we were doing it, or not really?
Dude, I have a hard time remembering what I did yesterday. Fuck, dude. And that was like I'm not gonna say a whole lifetime ago, but like
a century ago.
This bit, dude. Dude, just my brain. Dude, I constantly just always knew things that I have a hard time remembering things if they're not like right here, right now.
Man, that's just funny, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, I mean, we're just like reminiscing, like, you know, moments that happened like on the podcast. It's just like too many funny things, and that was like the cynical thing was just like an icing on the cake, like literally, like.
Yeah, there was no like. I had warned him there was going to be a question that was either A, going to make him question himself, or B, question his choice to come on the podcast. And he's like, it can't be that bad. And he says that, and just watching his face, it got really good. The reason we can't show Cynical's clip, Cynical is indefinitely suspended on the purple platform. Due to something that I believe is, completely fabricated and has no reason to have ever happened, but is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Flame Wheel here says that isn't ever bringing milk to Louis ever again.
You know, I wonder, Louis, did your dad ever watch you do that?
He literally told me, "What, you poor wrong child."
Okay, I was just curious what his response was. Because your dad has been in a couple of streams with me and you, and I've always been curious but didn't want to ask. Like, what was your response to watching this happen?
Maybe one day we'll have him here so you can ask him that. Like, what was going through your mind?
Right.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's some funny moments. I mean, do you recall any nightmare by any chance? Any other funny moments?
The question when I first got the scarier thought, I think it was with Atomic, where I asked what was the scarier thought, flying sharks or swimming tigers? And just the reaction of like trying to figure out which is the worst of the two. And it took probably a good 30 seconds of just contemplating life decisions. I think it was Atomic was the first one I asked that. I know I asked it with Big Will. And both of them just questioning life decisions on which one would be worse.
Flame Wheel here says, even the dad's like, who hurt you, Luis? Who damaged you beyond hope?
This is true.
But yeah, guys, I mean, we have interviewed so many amazing people with amazing backgrounds. Like, I mean, we interviewed like even a Call of Duty voice actor, which is amazing and phenomenal. We interviewed a couple of like, you know, indie game developers. We interviewed like some indie game lovers, which is awesome. And we have like so many people, like I said, guys, like lined up. I mean, this is just the beginning. I mean, we only done 5 years, but I could see us like, you know, go to 10 years to this. I mean, there's like so many people out there, like, you know, that'll be so unique to interview, and it's great, man. I mean, even when we had guys, John Swayze, the voice of All for One, he wanted to stay longer, but his wife had to call him and everything. And he's like, he even said after we finished the podcast, he's like, if my wife was already sleeping, I kid you not, I would have stayed with you guys for 2 hours. So I was like, damn, that's amazing to have like literally a voice actor tell us like, you know, hey, I can actually stay longer than normal, which is insanity. But
and what's funny is he was telling us during that he had a convention that he had to cancel out because he didn't make the flight. And so it worked out that we got him that day.
It worked out in his favor. And that's the thing about here, guys. I mean, we never, and Thomas knows this too, we never basically prioritize the date for us. We always go with what the guest is more comfortable with. Basically, like, you know, if the guest basically says, hey, I can't make it this day, but I can make it this day, then we make it work for them. Like, we're like, okay, well, whatever works for you. I mean, we're not going to basically question it and be like, you know, be like, oh, you can't make it? Okay, well, sorry, we can't book you here. I mean, we try to book everybody as the more convenient it is for the guest, the better, because that leaves you a good review. And right now, we're keeping up with a 5-star review in Spotify. I don't know if you know that, Nightmare. Right now, we actually have a 5-star review. So
I still check Spotify and everything we're on, check all of our reviews, and they're always great reviews.
We are actually on the top 10 1 month for, like, you know, top 10 in the US, which was actually awesome. Like, I felt like really proud of that. I was like, wow. Oh, look, speaking of somebody that used to listen to the podcast as well, we got Lucky Gumby in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen.
I was wondering if he was going to show sometime.
What is going on, Mr. Lucky Gumby? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. But
all right. I have a question, if I could interrupt.
You can ask any questions you want.
So I'm curious what your opinion, being someone whose job is content creation and being online, and everybody involved right now. I'll get into like what I've been learning later in just a bit, but I'm just curious your guys' opinion on the whole AI industry and how that's affecting and what's been going on. If anyone's been paying attention, just what's your guys' take on it right now?
I'll let Nightmare answer first.
Which platform are we talking about first off? Because there's quite a few there, kind of having fun.
I'm just talking about just the industry as a whole, LLMs, and the just current state of AI, and close to being at AGI, to push towards super intelligence. Project Stargate that just launched, the $500 billion project that's taken off. Trump being supportive of wanting there to be AI, and America being, just the whole industry. I don't have a whole lot of people in my circle. I'm just curious if you guys have any opinions, if you guys have any following along with it or like that.
So with what I study in school and what my career goal is with cybersecurity, this actually is something I follow. I have two ways of looking at it. From the cybersecurity standpoint, great, because it's job security for me. I will always have a job with AI and all of this highly, highly, highly specialized technology. I'm always going to have that cybersecurity position that I can always fall back on, no matter what. Mm-hmm. But as a content creator, as somebody who is watching Twitch content creators and YouTube content creators using AI as a method of content creation, I think it's blasphemy. Because if you're using it as content creation, you're just feeding in information. That's all you're doing. You're feeding in information to a system. Yes, that system may be able to replicate what you do, but at the same time, it's going to eventually make it to where it's just repetitive. It's not doing anything new. So, as a content creator standpoint, it's not the greatest thing in the world because people are abusing it. But as a cybersecurity professional point of view, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm. For the experiences that I've seen for me is that a lot of voice acting, a lot of people that are using that in the industry, in the entertainment business, it's hurting a lot of voice actors big time. Because look at Call of Duty right now. Call of Duty literally fired all their voice actors for the Call of Duty Zombies crew, and all they're using is just AI regenerating lines and everything. And literally, it's just terrifying how powerful AI is now. And a lot of people are, like I said, losing their jobs because of that, because of the AI. So me personally, I'm scared for it, but people need to have actually use it, but not abuse it, if that makes any sense for the entertainment business. And Flame Wheel here says, is that a cat alarm in your background, Nightmare? I'm hearing something go like an alarm.
That's nothing on my end in the background. If you guys are hearing something, it's probably the electrical box in my office, because I'm also in the same room as my fuse box.
Great question, by the way, Thomas. Great question.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty good. And
cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, so go ahead.
I do have to be making an exit.
Hey, we're happy to have you here. Like I said,
I appreciate you letting me stop in for a minute.
Like I said, I had to get you in here because I told these two guys, hey, there's a big surprise guest coming. They did not know. I kid you not. They didn't even say they didn't say, oh, I know who it is. They did not know who was coming. So right when you popped up, they're like, what the fuck? Dude,
no, dude, the timing. How great was that, right?
I saw the logo and I was like, oh God, I'm getting replaced.
You're right.
I don't know if that could be possible. You're a pretty great guy.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, I wanted to thank you again for always being there for me. I'm glad.
Hey, dude.
You're doing great things, dude. I know you have a big job lined up. I have a big job lined up now. I'm super happy with my job. We're all gonna be successful one day at a time, and just like.
Oh, dude! Actually, yeah, dude. Congratulations on your job, man. That's so amazing for you, dude. I'm so happy. That's so exciting for you.
Yep. So no more.
You just told me about that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, dude. So close. I'm about to be out of it too. I'm only in it because it was the easiest way. Just moving. I moved back to Illinois with the family, so I've been helping the family out, and so I just did something I know how to do easy. Kind of doing this fun stuff on the side. It's real stuff too. I believe in it, and clearly, you guys are a great testament to just kind of sticking to it, and you can do a whole lot of shit.
Hey,
always am there for you guys.
And keep an eye on your text, because once we actually ship you the item, you definitely will be getting the tracking number, so you can keep track of where it's at and everything, dude.
Absolutely.
And
I saw nothing.
And basically, once we're actually ready to ship it, that's when I'll actually ask for your shipping info, so I can send it.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right, buddy. It was great seeing you here.
Much love, you guys. Be patient. Be happy. Talk to you soon.
Take it easy, buddy.
Bye.
Take care, man.
Later.
And that was ThomasGovens. Man, what a great guy. Good. Love and peace, exactly. It's all about love and peace here, man. I mean, I just still can't believe, 5 years on the freaking podcast. Like, I'm just mind blown. Like, I kid you not, before I joined this call, I know this may sound emotional, but I did cry a bit, because I was like, dude, I can't believe this has been around for so long. And the project has never died. It's still going. It's still, I mean, it might be under new ownership one year. I mean, I might be like, hey, I'm passing out the torch to Nightmare. He'll continue on and everything, and I'll be retired just listening. I'll be like, you damn Nightmare. What you did here?
Oh, he's going to give me so much hell if that day ever comes. But every time he's told me, like, dude, I want to pass this on to you, the answer is always the same. Dude, I can't do this without you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. It will never be the same dynamic if you leave and it's me and, whether it's me and Emperor, whether it's me and somebody else, there's no way it will ever be the same dynamic, man.
Gumby here says, Luis, you ain't old enough to retire still.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? Is up until a couple days ago, when I was talking to one of my friends from school, I didn't realize just how old you and I are, Louis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was talking to him, and he was telling me all this stuff from back in the day, and I'm like, God, I can't believe I used to do that. And then I'm like, God, I sound so old. And I'm like, wait a minute, if I'm old, Louis older than I am.
Hey, maybe that last night would be you were just hanging out talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I woke up this morning to, I go upstairs, and the process of trying to quietly go into the room because wife's asleep. I'm gonna kind of let you guys in on this little funny secret. She wakes up as I'm coming into the room and goes, hour and a half, my ass.
Damn. Jesus.
I came downstairs 5 minutes to 9 o'clock, and I had told her I'd be up about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and we were all just hanging out, having a good time. And the first thing she says as soon as I walk in the room, I'm being quiet, I'm being to the point, I didn't think she... she told me, dude, I swear, she had to have been looking at her phone. It just goes, hour and a half, my ass. I'm just well, so much for not waking you up.
But I still remember too when we actually reached out to Emperor here to actually be our Q&A. That was actually pretty fun. He was like, "Why me?"
Yeah, why me, dude?
Why do you want the autistic person?
Hey, so we got Agua in the building. That was actually, ladies and gentlemen, that was actually another super fun podcast. I enjoyed that one because, I kid you not, guys, me and Nightmare, when we interviewed Agua, she was our first VTuber that we interviewed. She didn't use an actual webcam, nothing like that. She was the actual VTuber. And it was just so funny because when she posted the camera on it, all we saw was a little figure talking to us. I was like, oh my lord. But
wasn't it like a little pop figure design on like a chair, if I remember right?
Yeah, she was in one of those gaming chairs. I was like, oh lord. But welcome in, Agua. We actually were talking about everything that has happened in the last 5 years of the podcast, and we cannot be super excited, like more than excited for everything that's coming over here, because we have so many things going on. We always do follow-up interviews like we did with Big Will. We have so many people like, hey, let's go back and check out this person, how they're doing. So it's always a great time. And also for those people that are just tuning in, we do have merch. I know if you actually are listening to this on YouTube, you can actually go back on the podcast and actually listen to when Nightmare actually went over the merch that we have in the store. It's actually a great little link. It shows a lot of really cool things. And Agua, if you do get some kind of merch from there, by all means, please bring it to TwitchCon so me and Nightmare can sign it for you, because Nightmare, I don't know if you knew, Agua, he's coming to TwitchCon as well. So me and the co-host and Nicky, the editor, will be there this year. So that way we can sign it. And then, of course, when we actually ran into Emperor, we'll try to get him to sign as well. So that way we have all the crew sign like something for you.
Yep.
But, all right. So I think that actually about wraps the podcast. Unless, we have anybody else coming in. I want to personally thank, like I said, NickyD for being our editor, our announcer when we actually do our YouTube podcast. I want to thank LSAT. I want to thank Wiseman Shade. I want to thank everybody, ThomasGovens, everybody that actually has worked on this podcast. And a big thank you, not just a little thank you, but a big thank you to all you listeners out there that listen to this. And like I always say, if you guys are not tuning in yet, you need to, because we have a fun time here. We always try to enjoy talking to people, and just ask us on social media. You can even message Nightmare on Twitter and be like, hey, I want to actually get booked up for an interview. We take everybody. I mean, just like a few days ago, Nightmare here is like, hey, I got a couple people that want to get booked up. So we basically booked them up. We're like, okay, what date? Just tell me the date. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for everything. You guys are amazing. And we're going to leave you with this awesome song by an amazing band to finish off the podcast. So you guys sit tight, enjoy this while the ending credits roll. And thank you again for being amazing listeners for 5 years. God bless y'all, and have a great Sunday. As always, today's episode of the Reef Podcast was streamed live on Twitch. If you could not make it to the live stream of the podcast, you can always listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and iHeart Radio. Thanks for listening. See you next time.